Solstice is returning today, and I want to go over all the perks that you can get on the weapons. I know what you're all thinking, what is this new setup? Well, I actually bought a standing desk. You can see my OG Overwatch poster and my ripped up Black Ops 3 poster over here. I'm not saying this is going to be the new normal, but I figured I want to try to record with it a little bit, see how I like it, but we probably will just go back to sitting when I record, but we'll see how this video performs if you all like it. All right, so starting off, we're going to have a brand new Strand rocket, the first one ever in the game, but unfortunately it's going to be a precision-based frame rocket launcher. This already is making it not as good as other rockets we already have, especially with things like Apex Predator or the new dungeon rocket we have now, because it simply just does less damage. The only benefit of it is the fact that it is strand and it also has inherent tracking on it, and that could potentially be good in strand based builds or even on something like the new dungeon boss where tracking rockets really does help out. So overall, just looking at that, I don't think it's going to be as good as other weapons, but let's take a look at its perks. So we have Ensemble, Impulse Amplifier, Auto-Loading Holster, Field Prep, Demolitionist, Pugilist, and Shot Swap, alongside Adrenaline Junkie, Threatling, One for All, Envious Assassin, Chain Reaction, Swashbuckler, and Cluster Bombs. Now, the thing to note is since this is a Solstice weapon, it does have the Dreamwork Origin trait, so that could potentially be a little fun if you could overflow the rocket. But overall, looking at this perk pool, it doesn't have the best perks, but it has some okay ones. Things like Field Prep's obviously really good to carry more rockets. Demolitionist is really good. You can shoot a rocket, throw a grenade, reload. That'll probably pair really well with the Origin trait. Auto-loading is also a pretty good option just so you can shoot the rocket, throw it away, reload it. And then in the second column, really the only main perk you're looking out for is probably going to be Envious Assassin. Pairing that with something like Demo so you can shoot out 3 rockets with Envious Assassin, throw a grenade, and now you shoot another one out. That could be really, really cool. And you also, again, do have that Origin traits that could add onto that so you can shoot out a lot of rockets. The problem is that if you're trying to build around this, the dungeon rocket kind of already does what this does better, and it just inherently does more damage. The only benefit, again, is that it is a precision frame and it is strand, so you can potentially play into strand focused builds with this, but I still don't think it's going to be as good as the dungeon rocket. Now, you do have some fun perks, things like hatchling, so if you want to make threatlings with your rocket launcher, but obviously that's not really viable at all. You're not really using your rocket launcher for ad clear, you're mainly using it for DPS. Things like chain reaction, again, not really using it for ad clear. Cluster bombs used to be good. They're just kind of in the middle of the pack now, if not bad, so you don't really want to run those. So the Envious Assassin and Field Prep or Demo is probably going to be your best role you can run with this. I would probably just go Field Prep and Envious just so you can have that extra ammo and you can just be able to shoot a lot of rockets out. Not really sure how well the Origin trait is going to work with the rocket launcher, but I imagine pairing that with Envious Assassin, it will be a pretty good rocket. I just don't think it's going to be the best thing in the game, and you can pretty much just go farm for the 2 best rockets in the game, being the Apex Predator and the Cold Comfort from the dungeon. Now, another thing I want to point out really quick is the fact that we're going to be receiving the Something New hand cannon back as well. When this originally launched, no one really cared about it too much, but with talks of hand cannon buffs, this thing could potentially be a PvE monster. This is going to be a stasis 120 round per minute hand cannon, so you're going to be able to one-shot a lot of red bars. This does come with things like headstone, since it is stasis, so be on the lookout for something new as well. I think this potentially does have the benefit to be really good next season if you are playing into stasis builds, especially since it is a 120 with headstone, and with the buffs it's going to be extremely easy to one-shot red bars even on higher tier content. That is pretty much it for the Solstice weapons that we're going to be receiving this year. Let me know what you all want to roll on the rocket launcher, if you're going to be farming for something new, especially with the talk of the hand cannon buffs. I don't think the rocket's going to be the best thing in the game, but if you don't have a Cold Comfort or Apex Predator or even a Hothead, I mean, maybe go forward. Or if you just want a strand rocket to play into surge mods, I think that's where it will shine, but it's just not going to be the best in the game, like I said. Anyways, though, I really hope you all enjoyed, and if you did or learn anything new, consider subscribing and dropping a like. However, just know that watching the video means way more than enough to me, and just that every single bit of support from you all is truly appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching this one, and have a great day. Peace.